Thank you for clicking. This time I would like to discuss why my lifeguard chief friend quit doing lifeguard business in this summer. My name is Dr. Samurai. I hope this video will deepen your understanding of underlying mechanics of social problems, and also you can reconfirm your life direction to attain true happiness on this planet Earth. As usual, I would provide you a very brief general information first, and then in the latter half I would like to move on to our main discussions. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. I have been making it a rule to visit the beach, which is 1 hour train ride away from my Tokyo. Because as I may have told you, I made it a rule not to use air conditioners to fight against this global warming. Although people say only you doing that ain't gonna change nothing. But I just feel uncomfortable after I saw the polar bear, very thin, standing on a small piece of glacier. After I saw that, I just didn't want to join promoting this deterioration, even if it is only myself. But anyway, I told you, my lifeguard chief friends, he has been doing this lifeguard business on the beach for more than decades. It was his seasonal work, and he was enjoying it. And he also often dropped by at my place, where all I'm doing is just reading a book for my research. But anyway, he suddenly called me about a week ago and said, Dr. Samurai, I am not gonna do this thing anymore. And I go, why? He said he usually has 20 to 30 university students as a part-time to work as lifeguards. He teach them how to save drowning people, and how to take care of troubles, and how to all those things that could happen at the beach. And he set up this rotation list out of those 30 students. At this time, he goes, I don't think I can do this anymore, because all these students, they are just asking for their rights and what they can get. Nothing else. Everything is centered around their interests. And he got sick and tired of it. He cannot use them as his soldiers, not having something in common for the good of the society. If you lose it, you don't have anything in common to work with, right? I just wanted to start my video with this episode because I have important thing I wanted to share with. Oh, by the way, if you like this kind of deep discussions, please click that green and yellow good luck charm logo. Anyway, what is happening? What is wrong with today's world? I hear fish are cooked naturally in a hot beach water on the East Coast. And those street vendors of hot dogs and stuff, they can't even operate the business because of the heat, the temperature and the heat from the refrigerator and heat that comes from the oven. So many vendor companies are not operating because of this heat. Listen to this very carefully. Okay? We see so many environmental distractions, while we see so many mass shootings and gun violences, like 400 deaths a week, and mass shootings everywhere. It's like an epidemic in America. This means we are having human distractions as advanced as environmental distractions. We have been destroying external environment at the same time inner part of human beings, inner nature of each human beings. And the result is mass shootings and gun violences and Black Lives Matter movement, Me Too movements, and agent assaults, and on and on and on. Right? It's out of our control. Why is this happening? Because our human ego is clearly exceeding the rule we have to obey to live on this planet Earth. Our ego is now bigger than nature's will, which is the rule for everybody on this planet to have to follow. Our ego is bigger. We don't care about the natural rule, natural will. So, if we want to put our trajectory back on track to be normal, if we want to have my lifeguard chief friend get back to his lifesaver work next year, we have to control our ego, our bloated human ego, due to the promotion of individual interest by capitalism. We have to live along with the law that controls this planet Earth. Nobody can deny that. And how can we do that? I gotta say this very simply. Human beings are just animals. Many people, especially in the Western country, denies that because of the Western tradition of controlling nature versus our Japanese tradition is to coexist with nature. That's why the wooden building built thousands of years ago is still standing, because of the flexibility we came up with, unification of nature and our mind. You know, pigs are said to be smarter than dogs. Dogs get the great smells. Cheetahs can run very fast, you know. Even rats, you know. And a psychological experiment, knowing that the next booth is electrified and gives you pain, she goes to the next booth to retrieve her children so many times. It's a human arrogance. That's it. We share many things with animals. We are animals, only with their a little better memories. That's it. We have to take a dump. We have to take a pee. Right? We have to blow our nose. If we don't take shower, we get smelly. Right? We get stomachache. We have germs in our stomach to digest foods we take. We are animals. We cannot deny this simple fact. And logically, okay, our bloated human egos cross the line to live on this planet. And all those evil incidents are happening because of that. We cross the line. For us to not to cross the line, we must respect those who have been living, not crossing the line within the capacity of this planet Earth. And they are other animals. Animals are missionary from nature, okay? Great representatives of nature itself. So we treat them good. We respect them and we learn from them. We automatically get back onto our original trajectory. I think all the linguists know our ability to speak language is innate. That's what Mr. Noam Chomsky said. And once we are placed in appropriate environment, it is activated. So you were born in China, you speak Chinese. You're born in America, you speak English. Things like that. And once you respect animals, we are born to be with nature. So that is activated automatically. You know, I'm talking about the physics. To do that, let's look back at animals again with respect to learn how they are living. And that automatically turn on your switch to live naturally. And let me put it this way. As an international pathologist, I am thinking apocalypse is coming not by the environmental distractions, but by the human distractions. Because of the distraction of each individual's inside, we cannot trust anybody anymore. And it is starting, right? We can't even go to a place where people are packed, right? We cannot trust this person, whether he is a rapist or not, right? Human distraction, that comes first, and it destroys our natural requirement of living as a social animal. Society cannot exist without empathy. I say it again. We are losing empathy. To regain empathy in society and each individual's inside, we must respect animals. You know why? Because we do not need language, and empathy doesn't mediate through language. It's a feeling. It's not like, say, in a packed bus, there's one seat open right in front of you. You will offer it to the next old lady. But you are probably doing it thinking it is the right thing to do. That is not the empathy. Is like You just couldn't stand sitting there, seeing this older lady standing, having heavy stuff on both hands, because you were raised with unconditional love by your grandma. Things like that. You see small puppies in a box under the rain and they are trembling. It's not the reason. It's our emotion. Okay, anyway, take them to home for once and let's think about how to find the best place for them. That's our emotion. And we are losing that positive emotion, that is empathy. Okay, to get back our empathy strategically, we must love someone whom we do not need language to communicate with. And that's the animal. I'm not talking about your own pet, because that's your possession, right? The alley cats, raccoons, all those, bears who happen to visit, okay? You must love them, accept them positively. If everybody has that positive emotion, that means we are back on track. And we're not going to see apocalypse anymore. And those mass shootings and gun violence gradually disappear. I would like you to think about this very carefully. Up until next time. Wherever you are, my friend, on this small 35-hour flight, planet Earth, during this short period, we miraculously share. Okay? Have a great one.